Well, if you know anything about Pope Benedict XVI, you probably know he's quite the patron of fine music. In fact, the pontiff signed a deal with Geffen Records back in 2009 and released Alma Mater, his debut album. The record featured prayers actually recited and sung by the Pope himself. Well, given such discriminating taste, you can bet the Pope's diocese in Rome boasts some of the best music in the world. Monsignor Marco Frisina founded the Pope's Choir back in 1984, and the 47-member-strong ensemble has been making beautiful music ever since. And now, for the first time ever, the choir is making its way to the United States with a much-anticipated stop in the Diocese of Brooklyn. Well, I had the chance to speak with Monsignor Frisina last week to learn more about the group and its upcoming 6-stop tour. Monsignor, thanks for being here so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. And Daniela as well, I also need to tell our viewers, will be translating for us today. So we appreciate you being here as well.
Absolutely.
Bridging the language gap. I appreciate it very much. Monsignor, first of all, tell our viewers a little about the Pope's Choir, a little about its history.
Il Coro della Diocesi di Roma.
The choir of the Pope's Diocese was established in 1984, and I created this choir specifically to gather the singers from all over Rome for the major Mass celebration and solemn celebration in Rome. Today, more than 250 singers coming from all over the parishes in Rome gather to create the choir. Our diocese is a very special one, as the bishop of this diocese is the Pope himself. So I think we are the only one in the world with this specific connotation. Therefore, most of our celebrations are with the Pope, such as the one of the beatification ceremony for the late John Paul II. To us, there is much more expectation than be singing just for the Diocese of Rome. We look at the world actually from our unique position, and this is the vocation also of Rome as a city, to be open to the world. Therefore, when we sing, we actually sing for the entire world.
Well, and now, of course, the choir is coming to the United States for the first time, I believe. Tell us a little bit about how that came about, how the idea, the plans came about for this United States visit.
It was quite an interesting story. We were doing a concert in a tiny little village in Italy, and among the attendees there was the actually initiator, the promoter of what became this tour. He is an Italian-American living in Newark, New Jersey. Therefore, the idea of coming over to America, we do a lot of those exchange among other culture, other countries. We tour often in Europe, but the idea of coming to the United States was just sparkled in that occasion.
And there will be a lot of performances in our area here, of course, particularly two in our viewing area, one in Manhattan at St. Patrick's Cathedral and then the other at Regina Pacis Church in Brooklyn. Give our viewers just a little bit of maybe an idea of what they will hear when they go to the kind of music that they'll hear when they go to the performance.
We prepared two different repertoires for the concerts of the entire tour. There are going to be some specifically for sacred music and some secular music. And this is specifically because we are going to have concerts in theaters and in beautiful cathedrals. To us in Italy is a very special year because it's the 150th anniversary of the unification of the country. So I specifically arranged for this occasion a selection of songs, Italian songs that represents well the history of Italy and the bel canto.
mentre invece per le cattedrali, come
For the concert in the cathedrals, and specifically for St. Patrick and Regina Pacis, I selected a repertoire that reminds us is an homage to John Paul II.
E quindi i nostri amici qui di Manhattan, di Brooklyn,
So that our friends in Brooklyn can feel a little bit of Rome here in their own city. We are going to start all the concerts with the pontifical hymn anthem that as an homage to the Pope that is also the Bishop of the entire world.
E poi ci saranno
And then there is going to be an invocation, a prayer for the Sacred Spirit so that it can lead us into a more deep prayer and thought through the music.
quell'amore per il Signore che serve per cantare bene. E poi appunto ci saranno
And then there are going to be a sequence of songs that I specifically wrote, composed for the Diocese of Rome. There are going to be some songs that are in English, some in Spanish,
qualcuno in spagnolo.
and even in Hebrew, specifically in homage to our Jewish brothers with whom we share the Old Testament.
E sarà
And
infatti
it will be
Shema
the
Israele.
Shema Israel.
Wonderful. Well, it sounds like a wonderful, wonderful performance and a wonderful time for people to come and hear this wonderful choir and, of course, see you at the helm. We really thank you so much, just out of time, but thank you so much, Monsignor, Daniela as well, for coming in. We really appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Grazie.
Thank you.